Hello, welcome to another pedal out video. So today, a little bit of a different one for you. I'm going to be looking at a bike. Okay, so what bike are we looking at and why are we looking at it? Well, this is a early, I suspect, 1990s Bianchi road bike. The model is a Campione D'Italia. Campione D'Italia, however you say those words. It is a Columbus steel frame bike, not in the usual Bianchi Celeste green, but in a rather fetching, what my children would like to call pink, or what I prefer to call raspberry colour. It has a 52-inch frame, so it's actually probably designed for people around 5'3", 5'6", so actually I'm probably a little bit too tall for it. And when I bought it, the stem bar here was actually a short one, so I had to replace it with a slightly longer one to move the handlebars out. So what you have is a chrome stem bar there, nice and long, with a Forma 2 handlebar set. If you were to go off and look online for a Forma 2 3TTT handlebar set in this style, where you get the handles kind of dropping away like that, they're about £60 online to buy one of those. The reason I'm doing this video really is because I'm selling this bike, so if you're thinking of looking for a vintage Bianchi, you want to buy one, come and have a look. So you've got aero levers here. These are the they're Shimano aero levers. There doesn't seem to be a model on them. Obviously this is sort of old school, I guess you could say, so if you want to change gear, you do it using these Shimano 501 levers down on the stem here. So obviously your rear derailleur on the right, front derailleur on the left, 105 levers. It has Shimano Tektro Blake calipers, front and rear. They're in black. They're okay. They're probably sort of not top of the range Shimano calipers, but they're okay. You can see I just like the whole sort of vintage appeal of this bike. The steel frame just sort of moves really nicely when you're riding it, and it just feels, I don't know, it's just such a nice bike to ride even after all these years. Two cogs on the crankset, you call them that? I don't know. You've got Shimano 105 hubs in the middle. Let's have a look at the wheels. Alessi wheels and Continental flat protection dura-ace tyres on there. So aftermarket Oxford saddle, nice road saddle, nice and flat so you can sit on it, and it's got toe clips. There. The crankset, we'll have a look at it from the other side in a minute, is a Shimano 600, and we'll have a look at the front and rear derailleur. Okay, so looking at the bike from the other side, you see the person who I bought it off many years ago, so the person who I had it off has had it for a while and done a lot of rides on it. Was from Canada, so I assume that's why that sticker's there. I'm not going to remove it. The bike has its sort of made in Italy stickers down there, which you can see, and it says Campione del Mondo there, but it quite clearly says, well, it's not quite clearly, it's not clearly at all, but you can see the remains of the labelling where it says Campione, that's an N-E D-I-T-A-L-I D'Italia. So I think this was kind of bottom mid-range of the Bianchi range back in the late 90s. It's just an exquisite bike to ride when you get on it. It's like a, I don't know, it sounds cliche because of the colour, because it's Italian. It feels a bit like a little old Ferrari. It feels like a small bike. It's light. It's agile, it's lovely to steer. A really nice bike, and I like using the gears kind of down below on that stem there. It's kind of cool. Okay, you've got the dura-ace rear derailleur with a 7 cassette on the 7-gear cassette on the back wheel, so gives you what, 14 speed, 14 gears. And there's the front crankset. We mentioned this earlier, Shimano 600. It's got toe clips on at the moment. There's no clip in and out cleats here, although you could obviously put those on should you choose. I think it did have them, but I took them off because I was using this bike for other purposes. Campione front derailleur, which I suspect is original. Everything on this bike works beautifully. It's always been dry stored. It looks like since I've had it, it's always been dry stored. There are some bits here and there, as you can see, where it's showing its signs of age, but it's all sort of part of its, what would we say, patina, let's call it that. This bike has got patina. It's a raspberry coloured, that's the saddle, there's a bit of adjustment by the look of it. It's a raspberry coloured Italian Bianchi vintage bike, aero levers, 14 speed, bits and bats of components arguably, so dura-ace rear derailleur as we mentioned, Campione 600 front crankset, oh no, sorry, ignore that, it's Shimano 600 crankset, Campione front derailleur, aftermarket seat. It's just been well looked after and it's just in nice condition. It's a nice bike to be used, so sort of pleasant sort of Sunday rides and ambles. I unfortunately haven't used it for ages, and I have to sort of say I can't ever see a time in the future where I will use it. So I have a hybrid bike that does most of my commuting. I have a road bike that's a little bit more modern, which is a little bit more geared up for sort of longer rides. Whereas this is just, I don't know, this is just needs to be respected, treated, not sort of hooned around crazily. It's just got to live out its days and give someone lots of pleasure. So there you go, thought I'd give you a rundown. The late 80s, I suspect, early 1990s Bianchi Campione D'Italia, currently for sale.